Agent Darwin, status report.
I have a visual on Saber. He's wearing a $6,000 suit, $50,000 watch, and according to my infrared scope, Hanes, size 36, tidy whities.
Blaster, Juarez, time to get this party started.
Don't you wish your blowtorch was hot?
Now, I've got to say, throughout the movie, we were all flipping through the production notes, trying to figure out which character you played, because you just completely disappeared. We could not figure out which character you play. I mean, so how is it how do you find that voice, and how do you just completely disappear?
Well, first of all, thanks. That was part of the idea. Was I wanted to transform myself or disguise myself. There was an actor. I know you're familiar with his voice. His name was Mel Blanc.
No, Warner Brothers.
Warner Brothers did Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Elmer Fudd, Porky Pig, all these characters. And it was one guy. And I thought, wow, he's got to be one of the greatest actors of all time to be able to disguise himself like that. When Jerry came to me and said, would you do this? I thought, well, how can I disguise my voice? How can I create a new character that you would be what you just said? You'd have to really look for it or really listen for it. And it came out of, I think, sometimes I go into that voice when I'm a little stressed out as a way of coping with the stress. So rather than swearing or getting angry or raising my voice, I go into the Speckles voice, which is entirely possible that I might go into that voice at some point later today. So I had a lot of training at it and a lot of practice at it. And so when Jerry said, would you be in G-Force, it was literally on the wrap day of National Treasure 2, and I was already there. So I just said, well, can I talk like that? And it came out. And he said, well, sure. And that's when I said, all right, game on. And I wanted to be, he gave me a choice of what character, and I wanted to be the mole. Because moles are cool. They're cool to look at. They're different. They're bizarre.
Especially in this movie, because there were times I would just want to just sit there and just the details, like his nose, the things around his nose, and just watching, it was very interesting.
Yeah, you know, and they did a great job with the visuals. I knew for one thing, there was no way on earth I was going to be a guinea pig. That wasn't going to happen. But the mole, the long fingernails, the star nose, the little eyes, the long tail, I thought, wow. I'd like to be that guy.
They were an elite team of animal spies, known as G-Force. Until the government shut them down.
What does it say that even whether you're a guinea pig or just a normal guy, that women are very hard to understand?
Well, when you're a guy, you can understand, you only understand, they're very complex creatures. They're very complex, man. And in order to understand a female fully, you have to be one.
That's true.
You know, so you can only understand a little bit of it, and then the rest you have to figure out yourself. I don't know why Juarez don't want me. Come on, Blaster's the cool guy. He has the weapons and all that stuff, but you never know. Maybe we'll find out in the sequel.
What about my team?
Since they're guinea pigs, why don't you send them where they belong?
Now, the FBI's pet project will find themselves in their natural habitat.
Welcome, my friends, to the family.
What is the bathroom?
Well, for me,
Pretty much where you're standing.
oh, it's nasty!
Now, I love that you can do this movie and you can show it to your son, and I think that's a very cool kind of a bonding experience that very few people can have. As he gets older, when is it time, you know, because maybe when he gets a little bit older, he can see the National Treasure movies and he can start learning about history.
Yeah.
When is it time when you can find it appropriate if he says, Dad, I want to watch The Rock, or Dad, I want to watch Face Off? How do you determine when it's time to allow those other movies to kind of be revealed?
Well, those conversations never happen. I've done this, my oldest son is 18, we've been down this road too. I try to keep the movies out of the family. I don't want Cal watching my movies, and although he did see this last night, he still doesn't know which character I was, which is fine by me. I try to create as normal a family life as possible. This is not really very normal. This is a little bit outside the box, and that makes me uncomfortable. So, you know, we don't show my movies at home. If I appear on TV, we change the channel quickly, and just try to keep it as normal as possible.
It's
Excuse me, my incarcerated little friend.
Do not cross that line.
We agreed this was my zone, right?
Right? Bucky, the mice will agree to anything. You guys are all idiots, right?
How great is it to find, you know, to go in there and just be able to relax and not have to worry about, you know, what you're dressed in. And, you know, if I had to do the voice, I would go in my pajamas. I mean, I would just go in and just be completely relaxed.
I do it naked, which it's a good feeling.
It's a good feeling.
It's a good
The
feeling.
wind blows.
There's not a lot of wind in the studio, but I have them put on a little fan.
Nice.
Mooch, go find Ben and report our location.
You all right? Good. I don't like when my fly is down.
This summer,
Are we ready?
when the threat is real,
It's not easy to take over the world.
We need to find a way out of here.
a new breed of hero will rise in Disney Digital 3D.
From the Disney universe, between Davy Jones and your character in G-Force, is it your mission to make sure that the kids of the world just don't trust you?
Maybe that's true. Maybe that's true. I went to somebody's house and they had their grandchildren there, and the grandchildren were in the bedroom. And she went and she knocked on the door of the bedroom and she said, "Hey boys," they were like small boys, and she said, "Davy Jones is in the kitchen." They locked the door. I mean, and you think, why would they do that? And then you think, well, of course they're going to lock the door. I'd lock the door. You
Right,
know,
absolutely.
If somebody said Davy Jones is in the kitchen, who needs it? So maybe this is my mission. Yeah.
Darwin,
Come on, come on. It's not working.
James Bond never had these problems.
Blaster,
This is gonna be awesome.
I'm pretty sure this is animal cruelty. But I love it.
Juarez,
I can fit bills in her hair. You try to put a bow on me, you're gonna lose a finger.
Hurley,
Oh, my stomach doesn't do well with action adventure. Yuck, disgusting. Roll down the window.
These things don't have windows.
Yeah.
What were some of the movies that you grew up with?
All the Disney movies. There was a movie with Don Knotts called The Incredible Mr. Limpet. I thought that had a big effect on me, which is not unlike this in that you have live action with animation. Other movies growing up as a child, you know, a lot of it came off of television. I was a young kid watching The Outer Limits, you know, which is strange in itself because that's pretty far out material for a little boy to be watching, but I did in Twilight Zone.
We talked about Outer Limits and Twilight Zone last time you and I talked.
So you know, I'm telling you like it is because they did have a big effect on me.
G-Force in Disney Digital 3D.
Hi, I'm Jake Hamilton here in an undisclosed location. The government has gone through the red tape and set us up with an exclusive interview with one of the members of G-Force. Yes, we got to talk to Nicolas Cage, Steve Buscemi, Jerry Bruckheimer. They're all great, but we have an exclusive with one of the members of G-Force. Is there anybody there?
Agent Blaster here.
Blaster, hey, how's it going, man? Now, can you tell us anything about yourself?
I'm 2 pounds of nasty, all you can handle.
And you're actually on a government spy team.
I hang with the most elite spy team ever assembled.
And that's G-Force, right? Now, what does the G stand for?
G stands for gonna mess you up.
Now, I know we had to go through a lot of red tape to be here. Who else knows about this secret spy team?
We're so secret, I can't even tell myself.
It's kind of like James Bond, right? So is being a spy, is that a cool job?
I love my job. I don't just love it. I want to bronze it and put it on a plaque and hang it up.
Do you think that they would let me join the G-Force team?
You better have a plan B, like air conditioning repair.
That's not nice. Hey, wait, now where are you going? Actually, I have a few more questions I have to ask you.
I got a world to save. That's called creating a diversion.
Well, there you have it. From Nicolas Cage to Blaster, go check out G-Force in theaters now.